What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Let's get right off into this, man. Following this Shanquilla Robinson story, man, these people dumb as hell, man. I'm talking about from all around the board. These people is dumb as hell. And then they so quick to want to get information just to throw some stupid stuff out there that they missing the whole damn point. They missing the whole damn point. First of all, if I'm the parents of Shanquilla Robinson, I'm protesting and trying to knock that expedition that they trying to do in expediting Dajane to Mexico. I'm trying to knock that down because I'm gonna tell you why. That Mexican authority, part of that government, was corrupted, and they also played a part in the cover up. The only reason why they're getting involved now is because the feds from the United States picked it up because they're USA citizens. At the end of the day, all those 6 people that was over there with her, they're United States citizens. The Mexican authorities didn't want to do nothing about it. They didn't interrogate them, take them in for questioning, or none of that. The $17,000 of her money is missing, so we already know where that went. Okay? This the thing that's killing me. People thinking that, oh, it's a good thing they issued out warrants for her to be expedited to Mexico. No, not at all. They only trying to cover themselves because they guilty too. They guilty too. What about the doctor who came in his professionalism of his occupation, understanding the seriousness that every second count in this woman's condition, left that woman laying there to the point that she died? If he would have just did what he was educated and taught to do as being a medical examiner and a doctor, to know this woman needed immediate care, and yet he was convinced by her friends to take care of her there. No, you already know. No, she need to go to a hospital. In fact, I'm going to get the authorities involved because something ain't right here. But that wasn't the case. They let that woman sit there, suffer, and die. Think about that. If they would have got that woman immediate care, she could have got to a hospital facility, and being in that hospital facility, they could have easily took control over that situation. Knowing she had that spinal cord injury, they could have probably put her under so that she's not consciously dealing with it to the point that she's adding to the injury even more as a result of being fully aware of what's going on, suffering while all her killers is around her and she fading in and out, knowing these people just killed me. You know how shocking that is to her body while she already suffering and injured? And you hearing your killers telling the medical examiner, leave her here. Take care of her right here. They ain't got no guns, no knives, no weapons, so what you afraid of? Then y'all in a public hotel with people all around. Come on, man, that's money involved there. They all took a pair of that money, man, that they saying that girl had. You know how much money $17,000 is in Mexico? A whole lot of money, okay? That American dollar is greater than that Mexican peso, okay? We're not going to play them games. They saw the woman laying there beat up and bloodied. Yeah, she was beat up and bloodied. How do we know that? Because the father said it. Her father said when they shipped her body back and he opened the box, her mouth was busted. Her eye was black and she had knots over her head. That's what the father said. And this was days after. So imagine the police and the medical examiner that's there when it just happened, where the wounds is fresh. Come on now. And people think there's some type of breakthrough celebration because they talking about they issued a warrant for majority of people believe in Dajané. One warrant. No, absolutely not. The only reason why they trying to get involved now is because the American people, especially the black people, got together, rallied against this, made this thing go viral, made this stuff what it is right there. It brought a lot of attention that forced the United States government to look into this thing. The FBI picked it up, and now the Mexican authorities them trying to cover themselves. Not at all. Not at all. Because y'all played a part in the cover-up. How they get back to the United States? Y'all let them go. Y'all let them go. Come on, man, let's not play these games. Because that's exactly what it is. When the police got there, you mean to tell me in y'all occupation and professionalism that y'all trained to do, you see this woman laying here bloodied and beat up, and you sitting up here trying to make it seem as though it's alcohol poisoning. Then y'all got these doctored up paperwork trying to make it seem like y'all were working on her for hours, only for the American autopsy report say this woman died 15 minutes prior to her injury, 15 minutes after her injuries. 15 minutes. So where did 3 hours come from? They covered it up. They looked at that situation as nigger stuff. So let's just keep it real, man. But here's the thing they don't want to tell you. I hate when politics get involved in this stuff, because now this is about politics instead of it being about truth and justice. Now it's about politics. Because it got so much, now it got global exposure, showing how corrupt the Mexican government is. Now they want to act like they want justice. Now they want to act like they care. Now they act like they want to do something and still doing that wrong. Then you make it even bad for her family. So now her mom and them all got to go to Mexico every time it's time to trial. Like, get up out of here. Y'all didn't do nothing then. They didn't do nothing then. Now you want to do something about it. Because y'all getting heat. But then where is the warrant for the medical examiner? Where's the warrant for the police authorities that got on the scene and saw what was happening and didn't take none of them in for questioning, interrogation? Them people ain't never even leave the hotel. Get up out of here with that trash, because they accepted that money. They accepted that girl money, man. And they wrote that thing off on some nigger stuff. And they felt that didn't nobody care about them niggers, so it wouldn't be a problem. But they was highly mistaken, have no idea what's going on in America and how powerful this internet is when it comes to things like this happening to brothers and sisters, that this is a weapon that we use, that we train to actually get actions demanded on our behalf for people to look into so that we can get answers for this stuff now. And now it's about politics. Like I said, if that's my daughter, man, I ain't trying to hear nothing the Mexican authorities got to say. I want the United States on this, because they gonna make sure it get dead right. All 6 of y'all who was involved in my daughter's murder, I don't care if Dajané the only one on camera fighting her. Everybody that sat there, that watched, that didn't do nothing, that covered up, that went with the lie, that condoned the actions, every last one of y'all is accessory to murder in the court of the United States. And the medical examiner who then took you getting arrested too for malpractice, whatever. See, the United States got laws on all that. So you was there as a medical examiner. You didn't see this woman condition. Then why didn't you do what you were trained to do? What do your profession tell you to do in a situation like this? Remember, set it off. What's the procedure when a gun is in your face? What's the procedure When you see a woman sitting here unconscious, bleeding, black eye, knots on her head, and the people around her saying that it's alcohol poisoning. What's the procedure, doctor? What's the procedure? What's the procedure, officer, when you come to a scene and you see a helpless woman laying there, battered and bruised, and 6 people around acting like they have no idea what went on? So nobody can answer for this black eye? Nobody can answer for this woman mouth busted open? Nobody can answer for the knots that's on this lady face? None of y'all got nothing. Every last one of y'all, round them up. We're going to separate all 6 of them. See, that's what the United States authorities do. They come on the scene, arrest all of them and separate all 6 of them. We're going to get to the bottom of this. Come on, man. Stop with these games. They was in on a cover-up. They was in on a cover-up. They was just as worse as the person that killed them because they gave them a way of escape. They let them go without investigation and signed off on the paperwork because they was paid off. We're not going to play these games. They trying to issue out one warrant. Man, get up out of here. Man, listen, man. Keep them in the United States. Let them be judged by their peers. Some goofball gonna come in my comment talking about, no, the crime happened on their soil, so she need to be judged on their soil. Shut the hell up. You don't know nothing you talking about. You're right, the crime happened on their soil. So how the hell they get back to the United States? How did they get back to the United States? How did that body go unanswered? How was no arrest made over there where it happened at? How? You want us to believe that those Mexicans over there actually like black people? Get the hell out of here. You must don't got no experience with actually how Mexicans really feel about black people. That ain't for all Mexicans. I'm sorry, especially when it comes to the women for the most part. But those Mexican guys for the most part, they can't stand brothers, man. I know this for a fact, and I'm pretty sure anybody else who got experience with them know this also. Again, it's not for everybody, but I'm just telling you for the most part, it's like that, okay? Okay? Rarely do any other nationalities outside our race accept us, really. Some of them Hispanics, racism towards blacks is like worse than whites. Let's just keep it real. It's a fact. They didn't care about them niggas over there. Bad enough, we don't care about our damn self. Or this situation wouldn't even be happening. But let alone another nationality. They took that money and signed that off like it was nothing. They didn't care. Fake paperwork and everything. Come on now, stop playing. No. What they want, where the warrant set for them at? And people thinking that we got some type of breakthrough, we got some type of victory because the Mexican government want to get in now. Should have been started there. It should have never got back to the United States. It should have never got back to the United States. We know that government is corrupted. I think it's fair all around the board. They were United States citizens. Mexican government dropped the ball. The United States picked up the case, and we gonna finish it. We gonna finish it. We gonna handle our people the right way. Since y'all didn't do it right, let them be judged in the court of their peers. Simple as that. They dropped the ball. They just trying to cover themselves. They just trying to cover themselves now. I hate the politics. See, now it's about politics now. I wouldn't give them nothing. If I'm the mama and I'm black people, we protesting against that. No, we don't want nothing to do with what that government allowed to happen. Okay? That's why the feds had to pick it up. They dropped the ball. And they even going about it wrong, even issuing a warrant. One warrant should have been 6 warrants for the United States, along with the warrants you got for the medical examiner and the officers that came on the scene. Where those warrants at? That's what the FBI would do over here. That's what the state will do over here. Everybody who was involved. Everybody. Stop it, man. People so fake it ain't even funny. Yes. Somebody put that in my thing like, yeah, they need to be tried. I mean, the crime happened in Mexico. And they did nothing. It wasn't even no case going on. They opened and closed the book. It was an open and closed thing. Alcohol poisoning, that's what we writing it off as. Open and closed. Come on, man. They only try to say something when the black people got together and this thing exploded, went viral, everybody talking about it. Now they names coming up. Now they like, oh, we need to issue some warrants. We need to get, because it could be bad for tourism. This could be bad for business. Like, come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. No. The right thing to do is to do the right thing. And the right thing is this. The FBI picked the case up. The Mexican authorities dropped the ball. They were part of the cover-up, because that's exactly what it was. They were part of the cover-up. No ifs and buts about it. It wasn't doing them niggas no favor. They were part of the cover-up as a result of how they were paid off. Paid off, and they signed off on a documentation, okay? From the doctor to the authorities. And them people got on the plane, came back, thinking that they got away with something. If I'm the parents, I'm going against that Mexican expedition thing, expedited. I'm going against that. I'm letting it be known. No, I want them tried on United States soil. The Mexican authorities are guilty of it also. They're part of this. So if you ain't going to get them off, let them be tried on United States soil. Because I'm keeping it real. Look, I'm going to keep it 100. Everybody that was involved must be brought to justice. Not just the Dajanay girl who was on camera beating her up. Everybody. That's the right thing to do. Period. Period. They all played a part in that. And everything they did caused and was affected that girl dying. When the medical authority got there, when the medical examiner got there, she was alive still. Every second count. Every second count. He know that. They watched that woman breathe her last breath in a panic, anxiety state of brokenness while her killers is over her. So imagine what's going on through her head. Her killer's over her. She conscious of that. At the same time, can't do nothing because she helpless. She hearing what's happening. So her anxiety is making her situation even worse because she conscious. Rather removing her out of that hostile, intense environment to a place of safety where she could be more comfortable knowing she away from her killers. They didn't do that though. They added to that girl's injury by allowing her to still be in the presence of her killers while raising the level of her anxiety. That also caused her to go into a cardiac arrest. Stop playing. How would you feel unconscious? Not unconscious. How would you feel helpless, can't move, but you conscious of your killer hovering over you? Telling the medical examiner to keep you here. and they responsible for the state that you in. And the medical examiner, they're agreeing with the ones who killed you. All along, you need help. He trying to take care of you with a medicine bag when you need machinery. You need machines hooked up to you and all the high-tech stuff that's at the hospital. He trying to take care of your injuries with a medicine bag. He trying to take care of your spinal cord injury and your skull with a medicine bag. Come on, man. Get out of here, dog. That's bogus, man. That's out of pocket, man. He's supposed to be arrested too. Then the police come up. You see all 6 of their friends. This lady literally, it ain't like this woman. Look, the father said she had a black eye, her mouth was busted, and knots was over her head. They saw that. And y'all ain't got nothing to say. 6 people sitting right here. Come on, man. Stop it, man. They supposed to be locked up too, man. Trying to hear nothing that Mexican government got to say. Let the United States finish it. They opened it up when nobody else wanted to touch it. The feds picked it up like they were supposed to do. Now since they own it, finna crack this thing open. Oh, let us get involved. Let us bring her back. No. Because y'all under investigation too, okay? Y'all under investigation too. Let this been somebody white. Let this been somebody white. Come on, man. Get out of here. Let that been a white American. People fake, man. I'm telling you, these people fake, man. Y'all sitting up here literally thinking y'all got a breakthrough. These people covering this story, desperate as hell for information, desperate as hell for any little piece of thing they can get, and they don't even know how to explain it. They don't even know how to break it down properly. They don't even really know how to talk it real. They saying some of the most stupidest things, thinking that they real journalists, thinking that they real people and breaking it down. I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. What I know for a fact. They wasn't trying to kill the girl. It's one of them things that happen that you jumping on somebody and they end up dying. It's too tacky for them to have planned this as some type of way. Let's take her to Mexico and kill her. No, that's not the case. Nobody does that. Let's take her to Mexico. Then we're going to rent out a Airbnb, or we're going to go to the hotel and we're going to jump on it and record it all and kill her. No, that ain't what happened. People, look, let's just keep it real. As black people, for the most part, we conditioned to go against each other and jealousy and things like that. That's what we do. This ain't no different than any nigga stuff that go on every day in life. The difference is she end up dying as a cause of it, when for the most part, some people just get beat down. That's what happened. They beat her down and she ended up dying. That's what that was. They wasn't expecting for her to die. They just jumped on her. But she died as a result of her injuries. Showing out. That's what happens when you got a group of people. That's why when we used to roll out like that, I used to tell my people and them, look, nobody do nothing till I say do it. Because you always have that one person trying to do extra. Want to get an extra stump in. Want to get an extra kick in. Want to fire the pistol off first. So that when it's all done, we go back talking about it. He want to brag about how he outdid everybody else to make himself seem like he tougher or a gangster than everybody else. So all this was some nigga stuff. Okay? What? No. Oh, they set this up. No, it wasn't that. It wasn't no set up to kill her. Maybe set up to beat her up. As far as like after whatever went down that we don't know about that pissed them off, that they got into their own little group thing and said like, we just gonna beat her ass. That ended up to her dying. But they didn't plan on killing the girl. She died as a result of they malicious, envy, jealous, hating on each other. That's what that was. And they had money on them. That's all the Mexican authorities cared about. That USA dollar. And they helped. And they helped with the cover up to collect the money. That's all that was about. Simple as that. So if I'm the mama, listen, man, if I'm the mama of Shanquilla Robinson, man, I'm calling the feds and I'm saying, look, try them in the United States. I don't trust that government. They was in on the cover up, okay? They was in on the cover up with my daughter. And if y'all don't do that, we're going to have a whole lot of people protesting against this outrage. They didn't do nothing then. They let them go. They didn't charge nobody. They didn't take nobody in, questioning, interrogated anybody. And for what we hear in the speculation, they were paid off $17,000 in cash. And this documentation ain't lining up with the American autopsy that was done on her. That was entirely different than this Mexican government autopsy that was done on her. So no, it's a lot of things they did wrong. They dropped the ball and they was in on the cover up. And I'm not going to Mexico to the trial. Let her be tried in the United States in the court of her peers. Simple as that. Along with everybody else who has something to do with it. With that being said, it's your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment that's in question, it's yours. Subscribe to Battle Truth.